Continuing coverage tonight on the New York State's criminal justice reform. We hear Oneida County District Attorney's concern on a potential change for the state's parole system. Our Ben Dennis has more.
A proposal being considered in both the state Senate and Assembly would allow 55-year-olds to be eligible for parole after serving 15 years behind bars.
For some people, it's probably not a bad idea. So, for example, if you have somebody that's serving a substantial sentence and they're not healthy, they're a minor player in a crime, but they got a lot of time, I can understand that.
Oneida County District Attorney Scott McNamara says, generally speaking, in order to get a sentence of at least 15 years, one must commit a violent crime involving a victim.
You either have a homicide or you have a sex crime against a child. Very few people get sentenced to those kind of sentences unless you have those two things. So what are we now saying? That, you know, once you serve 15 years on a 40-year sentence, you're eligible for parole, that somehow or another you've become a different person? And if that's really the argument, then why don't we get rid of the sex offender ward? We think they're dangerous enough to create a whole section of a psych ward in a mental health hospital to house them, but we're going to let them out after they serve 15 years. What's the message?
Ultimately, the decision to place someone on parole is decided by the parole board.
So we're going to let a parole board decide, and what are they going to listen to? They're going to listen to him saying, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry doesn't bring dead people back. Okay, doesn't undo the sex abuse that happens to people.
In addition, McNamara wonders why the number 55 was chosen as the age for parole eligibility.
I'm 57. I mean, I don't look at myself as being old and feeble. I don't consider myself as being somebody that can barely get up and go get a glass of water.
In Utica, Ben Dennis, Eyewitness News.